So this supporting video for the Learn to Crochet a Beanie is to demonstrate how to make a half treble or do the half treble stitch. Now into our chain for the very first row, only the very first row, we work into the third stitch from the loop that's on your hook. So this is the first, that's the second, this is the third here. So with the half treble, we wrap the yarn over the hook, we go into the stitch, and in this case it's the third one, then we grab the yarn and pull it through till you've got 3 loops on your hook. And you grab the yarn again and pull it through all 3 loops. And that's how you do the half treble. Again, wrap the yarn into the loop, grab the yarn again and pull it through 3 loops, grab the yarn and pull it through all 3. Just go slowly to begin with, and if you have to, just work through 1 loop at a time if you need to. So this is the half treble. You grab the yarn, go into the stitch or the chain, grab the yarn, pull it through, get that yarn again, pull it through all 3 loops. So I'll just do the last couple of stitches so we can turn the row, then I'll show you the next part of our Learn to Crochet a Beanie. The next thing you need to, that you will have learned in the class, just to refresh your memory, is to work into the back loops. So in order to create the rib, we need to work into the back loops only. So that leaves the front loops exposed. So here we go, finished the row here. So now you can see these are the stitches on top that we've just done. And there's a front loop and a back loop. So when we turn, that's when you look for the front and back loop. Now we start the row with a turning chain of 2. So it means you create 2 chains. We're going to work into this first stitch, and you can see that's the back loop. Well, you can see that they're shaped like a V. The one at the back's called the back loop, and therefore the one at the front's called the front loop. We're only going to be working into those back loops. Okay, so we grab the yarn, we go underneath that back loop only, grab the yarn and pull it through. You got your 3 loops, grab the yarn and pull it through those 3 loops. Again, grab the yarn, go underneath the back loop, grab the yarn and pull it through. You got 3 loops on your hook, grab the yarn, pull it through the 3 loops. Okay, yarn over, underneath the back loop, pull it through, grab the yarn, pull it through the 3 loops. So this is what you do all the way across the row. Now just as a side note, if a pattern doesn't tell you to work in the front loop or the back loop only, then you are to assume that you are to work underneath both loops. Okay, but we're not doing this in this pattern because it does say back loop only. But that's just a side note for you. Okay. So yeah, very last stitch will actually be in the second of the chain 2 that was done at the beginning of the row. So as you turn each time, you will find at the end of the row that the actual last stitch that you're working into is actually one of the chains, the turning chains that you did from the previous row. Okay. So that is how we do half treble in the back loops only. So I'll just do a few more stitches and then you'll be able to see how this is called crochet rib, or one of the few different styles of crochet rib, and you can see why in a second. So see how it leaves a ridge here of the front loops that haven't been worked. And the front and the back are exactly the same. looks much like it does in knitting, but we're using an 8-ply yarn and crochet hook, so it's actually a bit bigger than you'd probably expect, but it looks nice, and it has a similar effect to ribbing in knitting. Maybe not as elastic, maybe it doesn't have as much elasticity in it, but it does still have that sort of a bit of give in it like rib does. Okay, thanks, bye.